Tension has gripped Haryana's Nuh yet again after stones were reportedly pelted at women who were headed for puja. 8 have been injured and F.I.R has been registered. My colleague Priyank Tripathi is joining us on the broadcast with the latest. Yes, Priyank.
Yes, Ati, in the latest development, what we're getting to know that the Nuh police have arrested a case against unknown suspect, but following to the investigation, they have apprehended 3 juveniles who were studying in this particular madrasa, and what it has been said that they were the one who had hurled stone on these victims. But I was going through the medical report copy, and the medical report copy is certainly not suggesting that all these victims could have had a major injury. So what we can sense that this SC/ST Act, which has been added in the F.I.R, will be very much, troublesome for the minors. But the manner in which the Nuh Violence has taken a different turn here in this city, and the manner in which, multiple things. Let's go and cut across to the SP of Nuh, who will be telling us. So, what is the status for the investigation? And you have apprehended juveniles for this.
Yesterday's incident, we have apprehended 3 juveniles who are being produced in the court now, and both communities have been called, and peace is being maintained in the district. And now we are also investigating the angle that the stones are pelted from madrasa, and any conspiracy was behind it.
What was the specific allegation made by these women complaining? Because we have managed to get the medical report. None of them have serious injuries. It's like a pain in their back, pain in the leg. So do you think this could have led to this section which has been added in the FIR?
See, there are 10-12 women who are in part of the procession, and some of them have alleged that they receive stone injuries pelted from the madrasa side. So we have done the medical checkup of all the women, and MLC has been obtained, and in the MLC there are blunt injuries. So we are investigating the angle that if some blunt object was thrown from madrasa side, and we have rounded up the juvenile accused also. So we are investigating from them that what object they have thrown at the woman.
There will be peace meeting in between both the committees. You have called all the sides?
Yes, in the night itself we called leaders from both the communities, and the crowd was dispersed, and in tomorrow morning we have called the leaders from both communities, and all have assured that peace will be maintained in the district.
Last time we saw that there was a major political parties who wanted to come and take the advantage of the communally sensitive situation. Will you be putting any restrictions this time?
No, we are not putting any restriction this side. This was a small scale incident, and peace is restored very quickly. So no restrictions will be made this time.
I think you heard Christine, certainly the Haryana police have filed a FIR, the juveniles have been apprehended. But the basic fact is that the manner in which the city has seen violence in the past, that has resulted in the psychology of the residents here, who are certainly escalating the small issues, the minor issues which could have been sorted out at their own level to the police. And since the complaint is being given, the police are bound to take the action.
Okay, all right. Priyank, thank you for joining us with those details and the police version on what really happened. Let's also get you a ground report. My colleague Abhishek gets us this report.
नूह में कल हुए पत्थरबाजी को लेकर हिंदू संगठन के लोगों ने अब जो है वो दुकान बंद करने का फैसला लिया है। ऐसे में तमाम लोग अलग अलग दुकानों पे पहुंच रहे हैं और यहाँ पे रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं कि अपनी अपनी जो दुकानें हैं उसको बंद कर दिया जाए और उसके शटर जो है उसके करा दिया जाए। यही कारण है कि देखिए यहाँ पे जो लोग हैं वो यहाँ पे आकर बोल रहे हैं कि यहाँ पे जो दुकानें हैं उसको बंद किया जाए, क्योंकि कल जिस तरीके से पूरा का पूरा एक पत्थरबाजी हुआ, एक घरेलू कार्यक्रम था, उसमें इस तरीके से पत्थरबाजी हुआ, और आज से ठीक 4 महीने पहले नूह में जिस तरीके से हिंसा हुई थी, उसके बाद नूह को लेकर कई सवाल पैदा हुए थे कि आखिर नूह में तनाव की स्थिति कौन चाहता है। और यहाँ पे यही कारण है कि जो तमाम लोग हैं वो डरे हुए हैं और कह रहे हैं कि हमारी सुरक्षा कौन करेगा, और जब तक सुरक्षा नहीं मिलेगी पुख्ता तब तक दुकान नहीं खोलेंगे। कल जिस तरीके से पूरी की पूरी पत्थरबाजी की घटना हुई थी उसमें 6 महिलाएं जो हैं, ये 6 महिलाएं घायल हुई थी, और उसके बाद जो पूरा स्थिति है वो यहाँ पे तनावपूर्ण हो गया था। ऐसे में धीरे धीरे करके जो दुकानें हैं उनको अब बंद कराया जा रहा है।
इशू एक हुआ था यहाँ, उस पर हमने FIR लॉन्च कर दी है, तो उसमें क्योंकि कोई नाम वगैरह उन्होंने दिए नहीं थे, तो उस पर इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर रहे हैं। जो भी इसमें दोषी होंगे उनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई करेंगे। तो यही चाह रहे थे कि जी उस पर एक्शन हो, तो ऑलरेडी हमने एक्शन शुरू कर दिया है। इसी बात पे उन्होंने कहा कि ठीक है, आपने बात हमारी मान ली, और उन्होंने अपनी दुकानें खोल ली हैं। तो एसएचओ को डायरेक्शन दी है कि यहाँ हमारी ERV और जो एक राइडर है उसको हमने अप्लाई करने के लिए आगे से आदेश दे दी। अपील यही है कि दोनों समुदाय जो है इसमें अपना भाईचारा जैसे पहले बनाया है उसी तरह बनाए रखें।
यात्रा पे जो है महिलाओं के उसके ऊपर कोई पत्थरबाजी हुई है, उस घटना के ऊपर ये सारी चीज का है। और हम कहते हैं जो भी ये घटना हुई निंदनीय है, दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है, और इस पे जो भी दोषी है उसके खिलाफ कार्रवाई करें।
पीड़ित वाले से मुलाकात की आपने, पुलिस क्या बता रही है, फायर हुआ है, क्या हुआ?
अभी जानकारी पूरी तरह ले रहे हैं
जी। बट इलाका अभी शांत है, यहाँ पे कोई इस तरह
सब मिलकर देखा आपने, अभी सब मिलकर, और यही अपील करी है हमने सबने मिलकर कि इलाके में शांति बनाए रखें।
Times now getting you the ground report. We also spoke to the police officials and the local MLA. Priyank, in fact, in conversation with the police officials as well as the MLA on what the situation is on ground. So, Priyank, you've been there, you've seen the situation. This violence also comes just a few weeks after violence had also marred celebrations previously in Nuh. So, it's a sensitive situation. Incidents like this also getting escalated because of the situation on ground.
See, first of all, after assessing the ground situation, I can tell you to our viewers that now the situation is calm. But the manner in which this area has seen violence when this Shobha Yatra happened at Nalgarh Temple, and this area is also where this present incident has happened, is also similarly on the same road, has resulted in the mind of fear as well as hatred among people from the other community, which is certainly resulting into this kind of situation. There were 3 students who were sitting on the madrasa. Certainly the kind of discipline which is being taught in these madrasas, hostels, is certainly a matter which has been pointed again and again, that they are not the one who are being given the right kind of education which they actually need at this juvenile stage. The Maulvis were not there, the teachers were not there, they were on a vacation mode, and none of the caretakers of those madrasas could have been there who could have taken the students seriously, and they could have been told not to throw stones or any kind of slipper which they are claiming on the people who are moving from this area, which is a market area. So actually there were a few group of women devotees who were going back home when they saw that something is being thrown on them from the 3rd floor of this particular madrasa. When they came back, again this thing happened, and that created ruckus. Since they were heard, since they were the one who were hit by these the suspects who were sitting on the top of the building, there was too much of ho-halla. The police managed to control the situation. But look at what has happened right now. 3 juveniles have been apprehended for throwing bricks which fell from the ground, for throwing slippers from the top of the madrasa. That will certainly ruin the life of these 3 juvenile who will be now presented to the JJ board, and it is up to the JJ board to decide that what action they have to be taken. The victims were from SC Act, which is certainly a very stringent section of the Indian Penal Code. So on total, by giving not proper education to these students who were sitting at the madrasa, by having no proper caretaker at the madrasa who could have taken the situation in a better manner, he could have told the students to behave in a well-decent manner. This kind of situation has arrived where 3 juveniles will have to go to the JJ home, and certainly that can affect the psychology of those individuals. So looking back at what previous incidences have happened, that has certainly hit out to this kind of level of situation where minor things are being escalated to such a manner that
but there is a need to get into the root of what the problem is. Priyank, request you to stay on with us.